man? Welcome to the podcast.
Man, thank you for having me. Any better, I couldn't stand it. Thank you for
R-
asking.
Right on, right on. Well, listen, we're going to be talking a little bit about your involvement with Dex Imaging, the Houston Safari Club Foundation. You guys are going to be one of the key sponsors there this year for the convention, January 23rd to 25th, 2026, up in the Woodlands. And I want to dive into that and how you guys are involved and got involved. But, for a lot of my guests, I like to give a little bit of kind of background information. Why don't you tell me a little bit, about where you grew up and got into your love of the outdoors and, then maybe thread us through to how you got involved with Dex Imaging, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Love for the outdoors. I guess that was just something hardwired into my DNA. From my grandpa, I got a lot of that from him. He was a Air Force, spent 25 years in the Air Force, Vietnam veteran. So shooting was just part of life with us. Didn't do too much hunting because he lost his hearing during the war. But he had the ability to take me shooting, and that was kind of our passion. I remember being 5 years old and shooting 22s. Like that's just what I grew up doing, and always had to be outside. Always. I wasn't allowed to have video games. Grew up never in that video game era, so I don't understand it. But I got into hunting whenever I was 16 years old. Started out just bird hunting with buddies in high school, man, and absolutely fell in love with it. And hunted all across Texas, parts of Louisiana, bird hunting, did deer hunting and all that good stuff. And it's just always been a passion of mine, because it's challenging. There's always the next hunt, right? There's the next thing you can learn. So it's constantly evolving, constantly adapting, and I just love that aspect of it.
Well, that's cool, man. I mean, it stays with you forever, and obviously, it's something that you've got involved with. I know you got your wife involved with that beautiful
Yes.
trophy behind your,
Yep.
your shoulder there, and also got a little safari coming up next year, right? Tell me a little bit about that. What you got going on?
Yep. So my wife and I, it's always been a goal and always been a dream of mine to be able to hunt abroad, right? Fortunately, we're at a place in life to where we're now able to do so. So we did plan, actually. The very first convention we ever went to was this past January with the Houston Safari Club, and I wasn't expecting to book a safari or anything, but the people there are just so welcoming, so answers all your question. And when preparation meets opportunity, that's where you just got to bite the bullet and do it, right? So we booked with an outfitter through the Houston Safari Club. Super excited, super grateful, and I'm counting down the days until we leave. And now the tables have turned a little bit. My wife is wanting to harvest more animals than what I am, but hey, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, man. Well, when you bring them to the love of the outdoors and this
Mhm.
amazing sport, then, it's going to happen. And so, you kind of knew what you were getting into, right?
Maybe just a little bit.
So talk to me about the convention, right? I mean, it's coming up here. This drops 4 months from the convention beginning, man. I know everyone is super excited about, what's coming up. What was your experience like walking through to your first Houston Safari Club Foundation convention there?
Man, so I didn't know what to expect because a friend had invited me, and we wanted to do something on a Saturday. Thought it'd be cool to go check out, right? And then just meeting all of the people there, everybody from the Houston Safari staff to the outfitters themselves. It's just like-minded people that you instantly get to be able to hit off, right? Hit things off with.
Mhm.
And what I liked about it is I have a 2-year-old son. They were giving him little knickknacks, stuffed animals. Like it was very so much a family environment. I'm like, okay, I I'm gonna enjoy this day, but I also, whenever I get home and throughout the week, I want to do a little bit more investigation of, okay, who does this club consist of? Like, what do they really do? Because I thought, like most people, it was just a club for people to go hunting on safaris and things, right? Not at all. Not at all. It is truly a club that of like-minded people that are about conservation, preserving land, preserving resources for the next generation, something that I want to hold near and dear. Like the things that I grew up with or didn't grow up with, I want my son to be able to have those resources. And you get a true appreciation whenever you're in the outdoors of what life is really about. The quietness, the still, you don't have the chaos of the city lights, and it's just peace. It's peace out there. And I think everybody inside that organization believes in that, and it's an amazing thing to be a part of.
Well, I couldn't have said it better, man. This is a group that is so much more. I think when people hear safari, right? That just rings that bell. Oh, it's Africa. It's, it's elsewhere. But like there's so many things that are done within this organization
Mhm.
here stateside within Texas, all the different grants and opportunities for education, youth education. I mean, adult onset hunting, all the different people who they are brought to the table here. There's something for everyone. It's a family friendly event and it's such an inclusionary group. It's just phenomenal. So you go there and then all of a sudden you decide you guys, as far as, the company you work with, Dex Imaging, want to be a part of this. Walk me through how that transition occurred and, how you guys got involved in that sense and your own role with Dex Imaging, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So, to get into that, I'm going to give you a little bit of background of who Dex Imaging is, right? So, we are truly an organization dedicated to service. Like our mission is to make the world a better place in any environment that we go into and make a difference, bring value and make a difference. So, and a part of our core culture is we donate 1/3 of our profits to non-for-profit charities within local communities, and then an additional 1/3 to non-commissioned employees. So all of our service technicians, all of our admin have skin in the game throughout our organization. And the people we do business with, and most people come in contact with the things that we sell, copiers and printers, right? So it was kind of the Doyles, they empower their people to go get involved at any level, right? And they see the value. And if I believe in hunting and conservation, and there's a non-for-profit charity that I can serve on the board with, that I can get involved with to help make a difference, well, then my company is going to help back me do that and help make a difference. Right. And then also there's the business aspect of things too, right? People do business with who they like. So now like-minded individuals, they come in contact with the things that we supply, sell, and service, and we're still able to make a difference within their organization and a belief that of something that we all believe in and want to make a difference in as well, land conservation, youth hunting programs, etc., and so on and so forth. So that's how the it was a I say a match made in heaven between the Houston Safari Club and Dex Imaging.
Well, again, you said it so well, man. There is such a incredible unity amongst people and support, and those companies that give back. I mean, it's great family, man. It sounds like you guys are the perfect fit for that. Why don't you talk to me a little bit more about, what it is that really speaks to your core with the Houston Safari Club and why, as far as you coming to the table and bridging that, what did that look like in as far as building that sponsorship?
So what it means to me is whenever I was a kid, I wish I had the opportunities to be able to go hunt, right? Like through, well, I was part of FFA, all these things, and I wish I could have had the resources or known about resources to be able to do that. So whenever I found out that we did the youth hunting programs, that was me as a kid a few years ago. Now coming full circle, I'm able to take these kids to go hunting, right? And help maybe make a difference in their life. So I heard about that aspect, so I wanted to really get involved with that. So the youth hunting really spoke to me. And again, it's like I'm a strategic thinker. How can I blend uh, work and something I'm passionate about to where it's not like I'm really working at all, right? Just making connections and making relationships and making a difference and bringing value. And that's what was important to me.
That's key, man. There's so many things that Houston Safari Club Foundation does for the youth. I mean, there are $4 million in grants that have been given out. People who are wanting to get into that outdoor, service, whether it's, wildlife biology or, wild game biology, whatever it is, that kind of management of our precious resources, there are available, scholarships, and quite a, extensive process to go through and get that. But man, there's so much that's going on there. Yeah, I can't wait. What are you looking forward to the most about this upcoming convention?
To really see, because last convention I wasn't a part of the banquets or anything like that. So to really be involved, I'm actually one of the table sales chairperson. So really getting involved with that to see the back end, the inner workings, and then also one of my personal mentors is Captain Chom Chavy. He is a retired Navy SEAL, motivational speaker who I actually met through Dex Imaging as well. We're having him, and we sponsored him to come in and speak Thursday night. And he is an absolutely amazing mentor, has some pretty great stories. So just to be able to merge everything together, it's really, really awesome. So now I've got my company, I've got my personal mentor, I've got an organization that I'm truly passionate about, and we're able to bring value and make a difference. It's like I said, it's a match made in heaven.
Man, it
A
really
lot of
is.
stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, man, I am stoked every single day, and I see different things coming up and who's going to be there. Man, I'm very excited to get the family out there. For those who are maybe interested in some of the services for Dex Imaging, where all are your service locations? How can people get involved? Maybe give us a website and it's a little one-on-one on that.
Yeah, so we are the nation's largest independent dealer. So we're brand agnostic, everything from HP, Konica, Kyocera, um, Canon. We sell them all and service them all. Nationwide footprint and growing, so we grow naturally and then also through acquisition. The target is to be over $1 billion company within the next 2 years, I believe. So it's very fast paced, very high moving. Our website is deximaging.com, or you can contact me at adam.montgomery@deximaging.com. Love to help you out. Everything that we do is handcraft solutions. So typically with the competitors, they're like, okay, so you have this machine, I'm just going to give you the newer machine. Well, as we take a different approach, we took it from a 30,000 foot view approach and say, how is that print environment? What are you doing? How can we make it easier, better, and more efficient for your organization and your customers, or not your customers, sorry, your employees, right? So it's very, very interesting. I never know what I'm going to walk through on my day-to-day basis, and it's fun. Very, very fun.
Another question, we were talking earlier about, the safari you got going on. Tell me about exactly where you're going and what are you most excited about hunting?
So we're going with Lookup Outfitters. Yeah, Lookup. I always get the name messed up. So great question. So we're going Lookup Outfitters in Kimberley, South Africa. DJ and his wife, man, they really, really made us feel safe and secure. Honestly, just talking with them, and then his dad Barney, and they also had other clients that had went there before, so we very felt very comfortable going abroad to be able to hunt with them, especially for our very first time, right? Could be a little bit fearful, so you want to make sure you do a little bit of vetting process and get it right. And they just made us feel like we were already family from the moment we met them, and I was very, very impressed. So I'm looking. It's on my bucket list, and if I'm grateful that I'm able to harvest it, I'm looking to do a sable, a kudu, and a zebra, and maybe a springbuck. My wife, on the other hand, she's made it very clear that she wants a water buck, she wants a blue wildebeest, a red lechwe, a impala, and then I think there was one more. I think she wants a kudu as well.
Wow. That's going to be a lot to bring back. I assume you're going to go do taxidermy and everything with everything?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm really looking forward to actually donating the meat to local villages and make sure that every bit of that animal gets used. That to me, that's the most important thing.
Man, it is. It's so important because that's something that I think when people look at the safari, oh, I'm just going to take these animals and I'm going to put them on my wall. Man, there's so much that goes into
Mhm.
commerce and giving back and the food for the folks in those areas. And a lot of that is tied all into the wildlife management, which is something that keeps these species available for us, man. I mean, is that something you would like to speak about a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So with anything in life, you need checks and balances, right? And that's where hunters come into play. Like we truly are part of an ecosystem, and gone left unchecked, it would be like the wild, wild west. Land would be eaten up, predators would run rapid, and then predators would then deplete those resources and then move on to who knows, even humans. So it's very, very important as stewards of the land that we don't over harvest or we don't under harvest. So it's all checks and balances.
Oh, it's so true, man. As far as, the idea, I know that you were the first timer, earlier this year at the convention. What
Mhm.
is your message to people who are going to the Houston Safari Club Foundation convention for the very first time, or maybe they're on the fence about it? What would you like to tell them?
If you're looking to do something very fun, very educational, and just be a part of a community that it opens, welcome, open arms, there is no better place than the Houston Safari Club. I mean, honestly, like I said, I went in there, didn't really have any true expectations, and I walked away with friends. I walked away with being able to help provide myself, my time, energy, and efforts for something I believe in. And even if you're not a hunter, they have great shopping as well. So for all the wives out there, it's something unique, and it's something that even my wife, who she wasn't a hunter until recently, now she's all about it and she loves it. So it's there's something for everybody. I truly believe that.
Man, well said. I cannot wait for the convention. I look forward
Mhm.
to hanging out with you there. And I just want to say, Adam, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast. Thank you for, being a part of this organization, personally, and bringing, your mentor out there, and as well as through Dex Imaging. I'll have all the show notes and links below so people can go check that out and hopefully bring some business your way.
Perfect. Looking forward to it. Thank you for having us.
All right. You take care, man.
All right, bye.
Cheers.